You see that nice little price spike up right there? What exactly happened? Were there a whole bunch of buy orders? Was there some really big news? Was it one independent whale? Like, what exactly caused a push like that? And what do we need to be aware that caused that so that we can keep an eye on it in case it wants to do it again? Well, it's actually pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in just a second. I want to go ahead and just start off by saying, as usual, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research, and I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research as well. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but I'm actually going to take an opportunity here and try and do some technical analysis kind of live and in the moment. I didn't prepare this, and we're going to talk about what it is that we're looking at, okay? So, excuse me. With what we're seeing here, there was a series of green candles that had pushed up, and that's actually mainly pertained over to BNB. So the liquidity pool for SafeMoon on the Binance Smart Chain, which is where it originated, is backed by BNB. It's actually part of the SafeMoon contract. And what we could see here is that the market as a whole is red, right? You got Bitcoin down 4.25%, Ethereum is down, Cardano is down, all that kind of stuff. But then right here where my webcam is, you actually have BNB. So BNB is up 7.3%. They're doing absolutely phenomenal. So CZ over for Binance was saying that he's trying to push for some new things going on over there. In fact, I didn't actually have that prepared, but let's go ahead and pull that up right now. So CZ, Binance, and right here, 1 billion reasons to build on Binance Smart Chain. It's time to accelerate Binance Smart Chain's journey towards scaling and mass adoption. We're announcing the biggest growth fund in the history of crypto, the $1 billion fund to push the adoption of not only Binance Smart Chain, but the whole blockchain industry. So they're pushing really hard. This is something that's showing a lot of support, obviously, for Binance Smart Chain, but as I mentioned, for the rest of the blockchain industry in general. So very exciting stuff. And you can see that price impact. As an altcoin, BNB, not necessarily fully correlated with Bitcoin. You know, you're still going to see an impact if Bitcoin does have some pullback, don't get me wrong. But there's altcoin season. There's times where the dominance shifts on these things. So BNB has an opportunity today where the spotlight's really focused on it. And if you have down for a lot of the other markets and they see BNB is up, guess what? Some people might just be trying to make a profit today regardless, so they jump on the bandwagon, or they attempt to jump on the bandwagon for BNB as well. And that's what we're actually seeing happen over here. So that big run up was caused by that. We did have a buy order that happened earlier in the day. This was at 2:25 a.m. That was for over $200,000. They actually added to their position. So this wallet address had about 25 billion or so SafeMoon prior to this taking place, and they just added in an additional 142.87 billion. So $200,000, really doubling down on that. Since then, though, we do have another wallet address that sold off. People abbreviated it as dev, suggesting that this was one of the SafeMoon dev wallets. And then in addition to that, we have another current account balance. This is from Bitmart as an out transfer, another whale transfer, this one having 900 billion in their account balance. They move 50 billion. So after the taxes, it came out to 45 billion, and that happened at 11:30. So that was just a couple hours ago from the time I'm making this video. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the price action movement going on here and just see what exactly that we have sort of on a little bit of a bigger time frame. Keep in mind, because of the volatility of everything, this is also a newer based project, so it's still pretty hard to kind of evaluate all this. So we're having right here descending broadening wedge pattern. One thing that I'd be concerned about is that this is going to potentially have a reversal bounce off of this top here. Once again, we do see that green candle coming, but it looks like it's having a nice opportunity to have a breakout zone. And I would be mainly looking at for major level resistance that's going to be occurring up here. So right at, oh, where did that line go? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Just looking at this, we can see that at approximately 17,132, there were a couple bounces that took place, forming essentially a head and shoulders pattern right here. We could see that there's a shoulder there, then a head, and then a shoulder, and it ended up dropping down. So if it was an inverted head and shoulders pattern, that signifies an opportunity for it to go upwards. This being a standard head and shoulders means the price action going down. So I'm looking at, you know what, let's straighten that out a tad bit more. Yeah, so about 17.2. Look right about in that range for us to have some major resistance. I see a lot of opportunity for us to have that big push up going on. And let's see also, maybe if we do a Fibonacci extension here, let's go ahead and get that set up. And just looking at that, we do have, with where we're at right now, it looks like it's contesting on the 0.5 on the Fibonacci. That next major zone we're seeing lines up really well with the 0.618 and then up to the 1. If we can break above the 1, I'd really be looking at us maybe going up to around the 1.618, and that is also fitting very well on the line close to the 2. Knowing that we're going to be breaking into another digit zone, obviously, there's some psychological elements that come into play there. So, yeah, I would look at right around 2 as the next major level of resistance. As far as for support going down, look at about 15. Below that, we're looking at 14.5. And then all the way down here would be back at the 13.6. So that's going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys. I do have a Patreon if you want to check it out. Become a patron today. There's a link in the description. It helps support me in being able to do what I'm doing. And we got a couple new patrons, so I do want to say a big shout out thank you to you guys. You're going to see that in just a second here. If you want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock, I do have referral links in the description. Feel free to check those out. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button. It helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Feel free to share this video on social media, and I will see you guys in the next episode.